3, 2, 1. All right. Hit it, Joey. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Razor from Razor2 coming at you with the best of Modular Turret Power Surge update guide today for the Rust Console Edition. And before we get into today's topic, I just want to introduce my boy J Monkey.
Hey!
This is our second take. It doesn't get old. Oh,
I got you in the face. I meant to hit the frame. My bad.
Oh my gosh.
You'll
Anyways,
be fine. You'll be fine.
this guide's for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Xbox One X, and all the OG consoles out there. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that sub and like button. And let's get into today's topic, which is this modular turret guide and what it's going to provide to you as a basic guide if you're just starting on Rust Console Edition and the Power Surge update. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the modular turret. What do I mean by modular turret? Well, many things. You can now put in weapons in and out of turrets. Pretty legit. And the designated ammo that goes with it, right? By the way, if you want to put a python on a turret or a pistol round type of weapon, it's a little bit more bang for your buck. But, you know? No? Okay, cool. Next topic. So modular turrets. Before I get into them, what can you connect it to? A small battery, a medium battery, and a large battery. They're 3 different batteries, and they have 3 different uses. It's kind of weird that I have that on the wall, and I just said that, right? Cool. It's like a prompt. So I'm going to show you the basic ways and how to connect the batteries to turrets. Now, with each what the?
It's a horse.
That scared the piss out of me. Each battery has a slew of... Dude, this guy just gets me off my script. Jeez. Each battery, you can read them when you're holding your wire tool out and what they have to offer to you as a player. This small battery, it tells you underneath the charge that's left, the active usage, the max output for each battery, and the capacity for each battery per rust watt minutes is on the screen when you hold the wire tool up to the battery. Now, what does max output mean? And this is for you to understand now. What this means is the max output for the small battery is 10, meaning it gives 10 power period at all times, a constant power of 10 units at one time. Okay? Now, for a turret, you literally have to connect the small battery directly to a turret, okay? Because the turret costs 10 units of power, and this poor little battery that I got at a garage sale only produces a max output of 10 units of power. So it's just enough power for one turret. You would use this in a pinch, but this would not be to like cover your whole compound, okay? I'm going to show you how to connect it right now, and then we'll move to the next battery. So in order to connect this battery to a turret, you go to the power output, plug in your wire tool, and then obviously you're going to put it all the way down into your power in inside of your turret. Once you do that, guess what? It kills your friend. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. The problem with this connection is it's a direct connection. There's no switch between the battery and the turret. So once you put this down, it turns on completely. So everybody has to authorize on this turret before you connect the wire to the turret. FYI. So if you're building
So
a
to shut it off,
yeah,
you need to make sure you have a wire tool if you're going to connect it like this.
Yep. And in order to shut the turret off, you have to have a wire tool on your hotbar, and you have to disconnect the wire completely from the turret for people to auth on it.
Which means by the time you get the wire tool out and disconnect it, your friend is already dead.
Yeah, they're already dead. So they better tell you that they're coming, or they're going to get a nice invite from a 5.56 round. Anyways.
I'm on the beach. I'm on the beach.
Yeah. So with a medium battery, you have the charge left. It'll never show until you start spending the rust watt minutes at the bottom on the capacity. So basically at the bottom is how much power you have left, and then it'll tell you how much time you have left on the battery at the top of the charge. It says charge left. So the max output for this is 50, So you could potentially connect three turrets to this type of battery. So in order to connect this, it's the same thing. You're going from the power output down to a switch because you don't want to kill your friend and you're allowed to put a switch on. Now, keep in mind, anything that's connected component-wise to a battery takes 1 power, okay? Which means this switch costs you 1 power to run. This turret costs you 10 power to run. So if I had 2 switches and then connected the wire to the turret, it would cost me 2 power for the switches and 10 power for the turret, which would be 12 power from the battery. Just keep that in mind. Any little switches or electrical components always cost you 1. Now, all right, let's show you how to connect this. You go from the power output of the medium battery down to the power or electric input on the switch, and then you go from the output of the electric switch down to the input or power in on the turret. Once I hit the switch, this should light up Jade, but it doesn't have any bullets, so we're good.
But it definitely locked on me. It's got a dot on my head.
Yeah, he would have
locked
died.
me
Now,
immediately.
same thing with the large battery. Large battery, you go from the power output down to the electric input, and then from the output of the switch, you go to the power in on the turret. Now, the unique thing on turrets, and what we're trying to get at with this guide, and it being the best guide ever, right, that you've ever seen in your life, you can now interchangeably switch out weapons. With the weapons, these turrets now are unique. You can put attachments on all the weapons that you put inside of the turret. Not only that, but any weapon that is inside the turret that no longer takes durability damage. So you know those DBs you find, right, inside those stupid cardboard boxes on the side of the road when you're farming scrap and they're like 1 shot from being used? Guess what? You can put it in a turret and that will never break. Not until the turret is actually, broken into by somebody. But with that being said, check this out. I got a custom SMG in here with a silencer. I could throw this bad boy in here, I can turn it on, and it could kill Jay. I like how he puts his head down.
Yep, I'm dead.
Yeah. Now keep in mind, any attachment that makes a weapon better can be put on that weapon, and it works basically as if it was in your hand. So for the custom SMG, I'll use that as an example. You could either put a silencer on it, right, and then you have a fast fire rate, or you could put a boost on there, which would make the fire rate inherently quicker, okay, which would make your turret dump a mag really quick, but it would literally kill somebody running by. When you're new to the game of Rust, you have to know these basic things about electricity and how the batteries attach to the turrets. Obviously, with batteries, you got to have them connected to a solar panel or a windmill, such as I have at the top there. It's pretty basic. You can go directly from the solar panel to the battery, and then from the battery, you just connect all these basic things like I have showed you. No big deal. I'll go into further detail about that. I just wanted to show you how to connect a battery to a turret and that these modular turrets do work. In the case of progression, as you progress towards Tier 3, you get to a Tier 2 workbench, start putting your Tier 2 weapons that are damaged inside your turrets because you don't have to repair it. It doesn't take any durability damage. Throw them inside your turrets. You got a custom that's going to break, throw it in the turret. You got a python that's going to break, throw it in the turret. You got a pumpy that's going to break, throw it in the turret. Who cares? You no longer will have to worry about that durability once it's in there. Once you progress to Tier 3, you can start putting crazy things like the M249 with a silencer on it, and you basically have an outpost turret at your disposal.
Fast travel me to the beach, dog.
Yeah, like this. Check this. Yeah,
Jeez.
Dead, gone. So these are the unique things you have, and this turret now has become your little computer auto aim that's legal. The devs have made it legal. This is auto aim on crack, basically. You can put any weapon you want in here. You could put an L96 in there, and it would snipe people. You can put a bolty inside of it. And a lot of people don't know that. When you get to tier 3 and you progress to tier 3 and you start doing launch site runs and you get those bolties that only have a little bit of health left, you can legitimately throw it in a turret and put it on the top of your base. And you're not roof camping, your turret is. So these are things to think about. You know, putting a python in there. The python does 50 damage. I mean, it claps. And you can put it in a turret now. So these are all the important things you need to know when you're putting up a turret. And that's what this guide is for. As far as the batteries go, over time you guys will start to learn how to use these. But I would suggest going out to Builder's Paradise and taking them and experimenting with it. The only way to get good with electricity as being a being a noob is messing it up.
Don't you have a video? Don't you have a video on horses?
Yeah, I mean, I have a video on horses. They can check it out if they want.
I mean, where is that? Where do they find that?
I'll put it in the link at the top right. Jeez, he's pressuring me.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
now that electricity's out, there'll be more videos on trap bases. There'll be more videos on automation that you can have inside of your base on the Rust Console Edition. Welcome to Power Surge. Electricity is awesome. And hit the music. Hit it. Hit it right now. We're going to go. Bye. I don't know who to look at. We can just spin in a circle. Get the hell out of my video.